Okay, this is my Project Pan 2016 video. It's kind of weird, a whole new year Project Pan. And I've got a year-long Project Pan this time. So I loved coming up with the idea of Project Pan Roulette. I liked doing it. It was very fun, and I loved that other people loved it too. The problem is that it was so random, and I have things in my collection that I really need to try to use up, and other things that I don't feel like are all that necessary to use up. As interesting as it might be to pan an eyeshadow, like a powder eyeshadow, like this is one of the ones that I used in my Project Pan Roulette. You know, and at least to hit pan on it, as fun as that is, powder products don't go bad nearly as quickly as some other ones do. So that is really going to be my focus. But not necessarily things that are just going to go bad, but I have things like loose shadows that I never use. So there are other things that I want to try to use up, and it's a little bit more selective than something like, you know, a 3-month project or a random project or something like that can actually do. So this one is going to be a year-long Project Pan, and my goal is to use 60 items this year. So what I'm going to do is not have all 60 at once, because things would get pushed to the side anyway. What I'm going to do on this is pick 5 items a month and start those, and then each month add items to it, add 5 more items. If I finish up an item in a month, that's great, but a lot of these are full sizes, almost full, and obviously as I get closer to the end of the year, there are more likely to be smaller sizes, almost done products, things like that, but these are all things that I would like to get out of the way just because they are likely to get old, or I'm not likely to make an effort to use them otherwise. But I do want to be a little bit entertained by this. So what I'm going to do is pick, for the most part, I'm sure some months I won't be able to do this if I just don't have anything, but for the most part, I want to pick a monthly theme for my products that I'm going to pick, just to make it a little bit more interesting for myself, but still things that I can work into a more selective group of products that I want to use up. So the first theme that I have is like the most basic theme, and that is face basics. So I have products this month that are things that are basic face products, yeah. So essential to my makeup routine that I do every day, but products that I don't necessarily use all that often, or don't use that often anymore. Some of them I did use quite a bit, and then I've moved on to new products that I like better, so I would like to get some of these out of the way. So the first product is a powder, and I got this from a Mimi box, and this is, I don't even know what the brand is, but it's Natural 100 Mineral Sun Kill, and this is a loose powder that has an SPF of 42. It comes with one of those puff applicators like this, and I don't think I've ever used this. I may have swatched it to see what color it was, and it's not translucent, but it looks light enough that I can use it. Some of those products aren't things that I can use easily. But, you know, this does have SPF on it. It does have an expiration date, and that says that it expires in May of 2016. So I want to use this so that I get the use out of the sunscreen part of it. I don't think any of my other powders have sunscreen, but I do want to get the use out of the sunscreen and, you know, make it useful for a loose powder, so I would like to try to use that up. Hopefully by May. You know, I'm sure if I go a little bit over, it'll be okay. But, yeah. So this is my first product. My second product is a concealer. This is the Hard Candy Glamouflage Light Concealer. And when I got this at first, I really liked it because it was better than the concealers that I was already using. But since then, I've gotten the Maybelline Fit Me, and I actually like that a lot better for a lot of different things. This isn't a bad concealer, and I might get this again as, like, when I need more blemish kind of concealer. But this one is in Ultra Light, so it was their lightest shade, and it's got two sides. This is how much I have on the first side, and this one's actually the lighter. Actually, there's the plastic, so that's how much I have till it hits the plastic on this side. This is the lighter of the two sides. And then this has way more. I didn't use this nearly as much. And this is how much I have on this side. So I want to finish both sides of this year. Okay, my next product is the L'Oreal Magic Nude Liquid Powder Foundation. And this one is in 312 Classic Ivory. I don't know if they still make this. I kind of hope they do because I would like to get this again at some point. But this one has been around for a little while, and it's very, very light coverage. So what I find is I can, like, I'm wearing it today, and I can do a very light layer. So if my skin is good, this is a nice foundation, but it cannot be built up. If I do anything but put a very thin layer on with my fingers, it looks disgusting. Like, I've put more on trying to get more coverage. It looks so terrible. And I do want to use this. I would love to get this again if they still make it, but this one's pretty old, so I do need to use it. And a lot of these products, you know, I have the whole year to use them, so I don't necessarily have to use them every day. And so I can use other products that I have if I need to, which is what I kind of like about, you know, the entire year thing, is that I can use other products. I don't have to use this every day till it's finished. You know, when I have bad skin days, I don't need to use this still because it looks terrible on bad skin days. So that's what I kind of like about this as well. And then my next product is the Lime Crime Eye Candy Eyeshadow Helper. This is their old version. It doesn't look like this anymore. And this is what I have left in here. And this is really old. It's pulling away. You can kind of tell it's smeared out some, but you can tell there are little gaps where it had kind of shrunk a little. And it's a sticky base, so it would actually be really good for loose shadows. I think that's what it was for. When they came out with this, they didn't have pressed eyeshadows. They had loose eyeshadows. And so it would be good for that, but it was expensive when I bought it. It was like $16 or something. I don't know what it is now, but it was expensive when I bought it, so I do want to get this used up. And I think most of my other eyeshadow primers are either sample sizes or ones that I got free with palettes. So this is one of the few that I still have left that I paid for, so I want to use it. And then my last product that I'm picking this time is a face primer. And this is the Cheek Room Makeup Base. And I got this from a Mimi box a while ago. And most of my face primers are about the same age, I guess. I don't have a ton of face primers. It's just not one of those things that I ever got into. I've gotten some in sample things. I do have, you know, one I think that I bought, but I don't actually know if it's a face primer. Actually, that Mally, like, clear thing. Yeah, I have this Mally Poreless Face Defender, and it's, I don't know what to do with it actually, so I picked this one. And the reason for that, out of the other ones, is it leaks. Look at, look at that. And if I hold it down, it'll just start leaking out. It's also a purple one, which is brightening, so that will be good for the winter, though I don't know how good this will be during the summer. It probably will be something I can't use during the summer, so if it's not done then I'll have to take a break on it and move to another one. But yeah, that's basically the reason that I picked this one, because the packaging leaks. So those are my 5 products for my project pan for 2016. I will probably only update once a month because these are much bigger products. There's not going to be as much progress in 2 weeks. So I'll update once a month, and each month I'll add in new products. So my goal is to finish 60, so hopefully that will be the case. But each month I'll add 5 new products. So I mean, if I get to March or something and I haven't finished anything, I'll have 15 products to talk about. So that is everything for this project pan intro. And if you have not checked out my previous video, it will be linked to the side. And I will have my last project pan also linked to the side if you want to check that out. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.